Hello everybody, this is Carrie from Paper Adventures, back for another 50 stack challenge 6. And for anyone new, just to explain this again, this is a challenge done by CraftyCat. And basically she puts 50 prompts into a bag. She pulls 2 out each week. And whatever word she pulls out, we make ephemera based on that word. And you can make whatever you want, this is just helping to build up your stash for future journals that you would want, that you would need. And to give an example, last week we had number 27 was lace. And so I have a little piece of lace back here. I do have some other material, and I think I have some cheesecloth in here. I let the thread just hang out. Also have a bunches of thread inside there. I don't know how well you can see that, but anyways, just a small journaling card that I did with that. And then 28, we had number 28, if I can grab it. 28 was fold. And so I just got, this is paper from, the packaging from Amazon, and I doubled it to make it a little sturdy, and I made like a trifold basically. So, just whatever you want to do. You can fold a corner of a paper as long as there's a fold somewhere. So I just made a little trifold thing. This is a rusted safety pin. I rust my own paper clips, safety pins, and all that with just some bunches of material there. And basically this is collaging. I did a lot of collaging here. And you can go back and watch all of that on there. But there's a pocket, writing spot, and anyways, that was fold and then lace. So now we are 20 on 29 and 30, and let's see here. 29 is paper strips. And number 30 is map. Now, also I forgot to mention, if you do want to join this challenge, you can just put hashtag 50 stack challenge 6 on there and join, or not. You don't have to put anything. You can just do it however you want and all of that. But anyways, hope you're going to stay here and join and also make your own of this challenge here. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so here we have it, paper strips, and I didn't show a bunch of that. I didn't record a bunch of it, but basically, and I had torn these strips yesterday, or actually the day before. Just made a bunch of strips, and I inked around mine. You don't have to ink around yours. Now, I kind of followed CraftyCat on this idea, and some of them I glued all the way down, but some of them I just glued the sides. Okay, and I started from this side and went over. So some of these have little things that you can put objects in there, or you know, ephemera in there. So and then I oh goodness, stenciled. I have a stencil here. I just stenciled all over it. And let me actually get the other part. You know, I just did it on one whole manila folder. And now I can make tags out of this or whatever. But stenciled on there, I did sew a stitch around it, and I purposely left the string or the thread here. Just liking to do that because it looks a little bit more grungy. I do have some thread bundled up inside of here, and then I used a staple to staple that thread on there. And I also stitched around it, but also used a staple. So there's a journaling card, and then map. And here's my map. I think I used this guy on another one of these at the beginning. I really feel like I did, but that's okay. I was trying to look for somebody who looked like they were an old, old pilot back in the 40s or something, and he was the closest, so he got a second chance to make his appearance. But there's a little thing that says if they were let to fly away, and I just folded a piece of coffee dyed paper, and this is one of my rusted safety pins, paper clips. And I did a maintenance Monday where I made a bunch of these right here. And so I added that. Let me show you. Just in case you did not see that, this is also something you could do for strips of paper. I just got a paper, and I just stamped all these individual, just whatever. And then I sprayed them with what do you call it? Ink. There's different alcohol inks and all that. And then just, cut in between them, inked around them. And so I have all these little things that I can use there, but so I was able to use that. So anyways, another journaling card. Also, I have a piece of cheesecloth in here. And this little part back here, let me show you that. And I already cut on some of this. This was one of the first 50 stack challenges. It was supposed to be dots, but I did circles. But anyways, just with paint, I got a lid, stamped with the lid, all different types of circles on here. And so I can use this as backgrounds for all kinds of stuff. And that's what I did back there. But anyways, yeah, so 29 paper strips, 30 map, and I'm glad that you joined me, and hopefully you will join me for the next one. If you'd like to, you can hit the like button, you can comment if you'd like, and subscribe, and I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.